Today, the topic is realign with the higher power. Actually, I would like to change that. Realign with your higher power. Let me begin with my story with you, because as I was preparing today, I felt that it will be important to share my journey. My journey is not anything special, but it's very special to me to see where I have been, where I'm now, and where I'm going. Because I believe truly for all of us, it's important to continue to grow on a daily basis. And 2 days ago, I put up a post, asked, what are the 3 qualities that you would describe me? Something to boost my ego, because I think at times it's important for us to receive from others.
Oh, okay.
And reflect upon ourselves. Georgina is another coach of my friends that we get connected as we go for. Indefatigable, strong, caring. Denise call me persistent, call me put myself out there. And our girlfriend of mine put down confident, resourceful, independent. My way say I'm compassionate, authentic, tenacious. Another girlfriend called me optimistic, caring, and brave. My bridesmaid of 20 odd years, friendship is big heart that's care, big vision that uplifts, big motivation that lasts. And I just see something that people see me strong, but also people see that I don't give up easily. And yet I have a big heart, because I often know that I wear my heart on my sleeve very often on a daily basis.
Said you were loving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Where's Anna's post?
Bossy. I left out bossy.
I didn't add anything, but can I just add inspiring?
Thank you, Marie. Yeah, thank you. As inspiring as I could be at this point in time, because as I reflect, because what is it that people call me being persistent? People know that for many years, I want to be in the helping profession. People know that I have not given up, because I have stagnated in my business or career, or I have got into trouble with my career. When you know that my story, that will be next time. But what I want to share with you on my path today is, as a 16 years left home, many of you guys would know that you probably wouldn't want to let your 16 years old girl travel to miles away to go and study, unless as a mother, you know that you probably could trust them halfway around the world. At that time, as I packed my bag, I decided to come to Australia, pursue my higher education. I thought I knew what I was doing. After high school, I'm going to do a social worker degree, which when I return home, I'll become a social worker, because we are who we are, hanging out with the top 5 people that you hang out with. In my youth, I hang out with social workers. I hang out with volunteers, doing voluntary work, helping, focusing on, as a 13 years old, what could you do? It's not nothing. I actually did a lot of group work with children. I started from age of 13, manage group work design program for primary school children. That I got my aspiration, being inspired by others. Where I am today, I know that I'm going to inspire other women. But lo and behold, as I arrived Australia, I was told that we don't have a social worker degree. What you need to do is you need to get in and either do sociology or psychology, which those 2 big words, Anna would know. She would correct my pronunciation. And I'm very thankful for that, because I'm a learner. So as my career coordinator told me, you need to study psychology. And I was like, it's really the me no English coming out. What is psychology? So that was the first time in year 11 I encountered psychology. And being a little Chinese girl, which I was told this is what you need to do. And when you set your goal, when I set my eye, I'll just do anything to get to where I want to be. So I determined to, as I finish year 12, I'm going to get a psychology degree so that I could do a postgraduate degree in social worker. But you can see, didn't you do any research before you came to Australia to pursue your study? No, because once I knew something, I'll just look at the destination without checking all the details. That's just me looking at the big picture, then work backward to get to the point. Along the way, as I study psychology, I realized that it is also a helping profession. And I again put my mind into it. As you can tell, she says she can't really speak proper English. Well, let alone writing a good essay. So it was very little hope for me to get into honors degree in psychology, let alone master. So, but I have one thing, the persistency. The persistency is about faith, knowing what my higher power, what he has called me to, my mission and calling. As I learned that, yes, the world need me, but that's in many different forms. So as I pursue psychology, and also discovered that I'm a very entrepreneurial person as well. Because from my mother's side, you'll be surprised that from my grandfather generation, they are all business people. That's okay, Linda? And I realized that helping people is one thing, but along the way, helping fellow professionals to discover their passion and moving forward in their life is something as a business person I could do. But that's a little secret. I haven't told many people, even Anna, as we are good friends. I haven't told her that. I actually wanted to become a missionary as well, because that's helping people.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, I want to be.
Linda will say, of course, Catherine, you are missionaries, because I am truly a missionary in a different form of helping people as a spiritual aspect.
Yeah.
And I did. Before I finished my uni, I told my mom, hey, I'm going to Indonesia for a short-term mission trip, which Linda will understand most what it meant, is going for a short time to visit some local of a native people in another foreign country to experience the missionary's life. But somehow, the friends that I hang around with, they always know that's a destination for them, which country they're called to serve God. But I pray and pray and pray. I never had this desire for any specific country. So I went to Indonesia, Kalimantan. Anyone know the longhouses in Indonesia? Even though as adventurous as I am, going to live with the native people or the local people in the longhouses where they used to, the headhunters, that's what we call. But they are no longer, of course, otherwise the church would not send us. But learning to live locally, sleeping on the hard floor in the longhouses, no running water toilet, and bathing in a river for 10 days, it was good. But somehow, as you know, I'm not a linguistic person.
Excuse
learning
me.
another language. So I thought, well, that might not be the case. But I felt like, no, don't give up, Catherine. So I haven't given up. I still hang out with my friends there who feel that they are calling into a missionary and continue with my degree studying. So the next time I went on a mission trip was actually to another country, Pakistan, Middle East, where women supposed to be accompanied by men when you go out. So I went, live under those conditions. And that's where, in those days, that country actually wasn't very politically stable. But that's where I really learned one of my calling. Just by being there, you make a difference. That's not what it came to me. But as I left, other missionaries, they didn't have much. They live on what people supporting them. But they gave me a present, a plaque. Just by being here, you made a difference. Till today, I know that it's somewhere in my storage. And that really made me thinking. Just by being here, it makes a difference for people. And I continue to pursue my psychology degree. And another little miracle is I didn't have the grade. I didn't have the marks to go into honors. And I didn't have the money to study. because in those days, in the early 90s, it was $13,000, $13K per year. And my parents already paid for my degree. And they said, Catherine, we were hoping that once you finish a degree, you'll come home and it's your turn to support your brother. So giving all those, I didn't give up. And I said to God, this is by faith, whether you call it blind faith or not. I said, God, you have put all this into my heart all these years, and I'm this far to get to become a psychologist. If it were if it was your will, you would show me. You would show me. Before my final exam, I got a letter from another university. Congratulations. You all have been accepted to your 4th years to do your honors. I was so excited to tell my mother. I said, Mom, guess what? I got into the next step of pursuing my career. I got this silence on the other side of the phone. They worked hard. My mom was a little seamstress. If you know where she comes from, she is really tiny. My dad was a subcontractor. So they really sweating everything that they could to provide us an education. So my mom said she knows who her daughter is. She wouldn't say no to me in that sense, but she said, if you could make it to pay your own school fees and support yourself, I won't have anything to say to you because that's your next step and it's your future. So that's a big blessing for me to see that. And that summer I started to work full-time. You know, I've been working along the way as a student when I was studying in Australia. And what happened was, because, you know, I have a faith-based group I share with my friends, and working towards the end of the summer, really, even my maths is good, but my financial mentoring wasn't that great. I realized that I wouldn't have enough money to pay my first semester school fees. And but the next things I know, when I walk into the church, an uncle, I didn't know him that well, but her daughter-in-law was actually the pastoral care worker, been praying for me. And she just pulled out a check from his pocket. Catherine, this is what I want to help you with. And I totally believe that was miracle. Along the way, we will have people to come and help you. Along the way, it's not the time and the money. It's about you making that decision to step forward and making that decision to be opening to sometimes may have to push forward to fulfill your calling and your mission. And I'm here today, and I'm still on the journey to accomplish or walking towards the horizon in helping people. And when we realize that when something is not working really well for us, we might need to change course. Therefore, I'm leaving my own profession, which people think, you spend so much effort, you spend so many years in training. But as I said, there are times you realize that when there's a system is not working fully and truly helping people and getting people where they want to be, you need to change course, because you cannot keep doing the same thing and hoping for different results.
Yeah.
And this is my story. This is just part of my story. It's not because of my struggle I become successful. It is because I believe that when you know there's something that you meant to do, instead of asking how, you just say yes. And then everything will be falling into places. Now, anyone would like to share?
God is good.
All right. God is good. Exactly. Stay on course and you get to where you want to be, because I truly believe the world needs you. You have a mission and purpose on this earth. And as Marie said, it's inspirational, but my life here is not just about me. It's here to inspire others to move forward. As one person would say, how much could you change the world? I said, it might not be a lot. People and I could change one person's life, help them to change their life. They can go on and change other people's life as well. That's where hope comes from. Is along the way I discovered that being a coach and a psychologist for all these years, I'm confronted by so many issues. if I have stopped working on myself, I wouldn't be able to stand here to share the story with you. Because when we stop working on ourselves, which means we're really stopping ourselves to keep growing. So I would like you guys to take a moment. Would you commit to yourself that from today's onward, you start to invest into yourself and continue to grow to the person that you are called to be? And type into the chat and say yes. So we are here to support you guys. So on your booklet, read that down on the page, is on page 4. It's about your calling. Yesterday, I got you through to find, look at what's my passion. Because often what you are passionate about is actually part of your calling too. Remember, I always say, let's take one small step at a time. So let's take a couple of minutes to write down what you believe right now at this point in time. What are your callings? And put this down for yourself to keep it as a record, as a reminder, whether you're going to go on your own journey or whether you're going to travel with us along the way. So we can always check with ourselves where we have been, where we are now, and where we're going. Let's take a couple of minutes to do that. Good. If you have finished, would you be able to type into the chat so we'll be able to share? Wow. Torchbearer, guardian of light, to help others walk in the light with love, to help grow and nurture soul. Beautiful, Anna. You're definitely on the direction, walking towards your horizon. And what I love about you, you're so humble. It's always saying that you're still learning. And we all are still learning. Whether we are a few steps ahead of others or a few steps behind someone else, we are on a journey. It's okay, Alicia. You are on a journey of discovery.
What I miss about being young.
As I share the story, as a 16 years old, I thought I knew where I was going. But look at my course of direction. Not totally opposite, but quite off the path, isn't it? And the thing is, it's just keep trying. It's not a reflection of you not knowing. It's a really great thing that you say, I don't know. Let's discover that together. And most importantly, you're not alone.
No. Thing is, you're not scared when you're not alone to try, to take the risk, to say, I want to go and jump over that cliff. Can you hold my hand? Yeah, I'll hold Jane.
Yeah.
Be part of the journey, not the the person who turns around. No, I don't want to jump off. Oh, that's what you want to do. I'll go with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without the masks, Davida.
And okay. All right. Pierre, sometimes our mission and calling could be really guiding our children or our partner at one point in time. Because one of my mentors actually was a very successful business person, but in his 70s, that's what he said. In my life plan, he actually put down. He helped so many people build a successful business. In his 70s, he devoted his time for his children. So 2 of his sons was very successful, living in the US at that time, the 2 sons. He turned around, hey, you guys are having fun. Because they are marketing guru. So the hotel in California will give them fast cars and everything. He said, it's enough for you to build others' dream. Now you need to build your dream. So they are actually the owners. I can't remember which brand. It's not the thank you. It's the it's a personal what you call it, beauty product. Hand cream, facial cream, and things like that. They were doing so well in those days that Virgin Airlines their little airbag with the first class or business class. And you will have that brand. You will have all those hand cream, shampoo, shower, toothpaste packed in your little bag.
Yes.
They actually have
Yeah.
the connection with Richard Branson, and Richard Branson tried it and loved it and told his staff, I want this brand to be on my airline in those days.
That was when I was young and an executive, and things were just thrown at me to try.
Mhm. It's okay, because we all have different calling. It doesn't mean that all our calling is going to be Mother Teresa. But you have a calling on this earth. And when you know it, no matter how big or small it is, you are going to live with your passion and live a fulfilling life, knowing what you're doing is making an impact. Okay? Because at the end of the day, when we pass, what's more important? The number of zeros on your bank statement, or the number of people that you have made a difference with them or make an impact in their life?
Yeah, definitely that. Leaving a good legacy.
Exactly. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. The number of zero will be important because there's another legacy for our family, or definitely my legacy would not just be to my son. But the fact is, money can't buy whole heaps of things.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as we talk about, you all have written down, I was here beyond my time. Okay, as I promised, let's do a meditation to really help you to lock in the beautiful version of yourself in order for you to step forward for your next step. Okay, get yourself comfortable. For those who are watching replay, please do not watch this while you're driving. Alicia must have been having a long day with client. It's okay. It's all right. Let's close our eyes. Find yourself comfortably, whether sitting down or standing up is okay. Just make yourself feel comfortable. As we close our eyes, let's take a deep breath. And as you breathe in, feel the energy coming from the lower abdominal and traveling up from your lower spine to your waist area and to your heart. And let's feel the energy amplifying from your heart to the rest of the body. And as you continue to breathe slowly, as the energy travels up to your throat, and feel that energy and allow it continue to travel. Feel the sensation of the energy at the back of your head and allow it to keep going up, up, up to the top of your head. And breathe it out loud. Just feel the sensation in your body. If there's any tension, any part of the body, allow it to release it. It's just like yesterday. As you extend your root into the earth to connect to the core through the red earth and absorbing the energy from the earth, and allow the energy to come through. Breathe and sense the energy traveling up, up, up to the top of your head. And when you're ready to release that, to breathe out, is to release to the brown energy, the negative energy from your body. Beautiful. Slowly breathe in and breathe out. Loosen your body. If you're sitting down, let yourself sink as deep as possible into the chair and relax. Let your shoulder down. Drop it as low as possible to the ground and take notice and loosen your belly button the lower abdominal, the area above your belly button, and loosen it and relax. As you take another deep breath in, take notice how your heart responding. Allow your heart to amplify the energy and love. Allow this energy to embrace you and feel that. Sense it, the love that you're going to provide for yourself, to embrace yourself. As you breathe, feel the sensation around your throat, around your neck. Release any unwanted energy. Release any negative energy. You allow the energy to travel up to the head, the back of your head. What kind of sensation do you have? What kind of sensation do you have along your limbs? Just do a quick scan from the head to the toes. Have you totally let go? And being in a space where there's calm and peace within yourself. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take one deep breath and hold it right there. Hold it as long as you could and let it go when you can't hold it anymore. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. When you're ready, take one more deep breath in and hold it right there and let it go when you can't hold it anymore. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One last deep breath. Breathe in and hold it right there and let it go when you can't hold it anymore. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, I would like to invite you to travel to a place where you might have been or might not be. But this place, you have experienced the warm and fuzzy feeling of love and joy and peace. Let's take some time to travel to this place, whether it is on this planet or not on this planet. It's a place that you feel joy, warmth, and love. As you arrive, let's take a look around the surrounding. Have you seen anything familiar places? Could you feel the energy of the place? Could you hear anything that you're familiar with? Could you smell something that you're familiar with? As you're scanning around the surrounding, not from a far distance, you saw someone that she has a back facing you. This is a very familiar person that you feel you know her so well. You need to go and say hello. As you approach closely, she turned around and you could see the big smile on her face as both of your eyes cross and look at each other. You could see this beautiful version of yourself, the beautiful version of yourself right in front of you. And she starts thanking you what you have started on this journey and got to where she's at here today. Let's take your time and listen to what she has to say to you. Take note of what the wording she said to you. Take note of your feelings, how you feel when you hear what she's sharing with you. Take note of your bodily sensation. As time goes on, it's time to say goodbye to her. But remember the feelings of this beautiful version of yourself. And all of you would have known what's a Tupperware. As we close the lid, there's a sound. So as I make that sound, let's lock in this beautiful version of yourself in you right now. 3, 2, 1. Lock it in. And this is happening right now, here and now, because it has been locked into you. And it is inside you. When you're ready, slowly come back here and now. For those who have arrived here, please write down your experience of the meditation and how you feel. What are the emotions evoked from this meeting of your beautiful self? Okay, now I invite you guys to share about your experience. Anyone would like to go first? Alicia? Would you like to share?
Sure. I was imagining being at my my family's island,
Wow.
and I did a meditation a while ago where I created my own cabin and safe space there, that I could go there anytime in my mind. And so I was there, and yeah, and I just the ocean was, the waves were crashing, and it was very calm and peaceful, and just felt like, what did I write? Oh, you are loved, and you matter. Yeah.
Beautiful. How do you feel after the meditation?
Mixed feelings.
Interesting. What kind of mixed feeling?
Well, it just really bothers me that I don't have a calling. I don't feel like I have a big calling,
But you don't know that yet.
Yeah.
May I say something?
Mhm.
I've known about my calling since I was your age. I'm 56 and I'm starting to do what I'm supposed to be doing. Right? Calling can start from something small as picking up the phone and ringing somebody and seeing how they are.
Mm.
And then going from there. And maybe with people, it could be with plants. But you're a healer. You know? If you heal then you have a calling. Like you're with your animals, like with your dog.
Yes, I don't see the value in love, being a lover or nurturer of plants and animals.
Yeah, that's okay. But I'm using that as an example. What I'm saying is you're not necessarily going to know right now. It'll be a feeling that draws you to it.
Yeah. So it's nothing written on stone. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I call my divine God. When God told me that, Catherine, you might have to follow up your coaching business. I have something else for you. I'll follow. Because along the path, as you hear what I share, I didn't have everything under control, or I didn't know exactly what it is, how it is. It's just one step at a time. And often people think about real estate agents are really just there to make the big money. But I wonder whether you realize you're actually helping people purchase something very precious to them. And perhaps it's one of the biggest purchases in their life.
Mm-hmm.
A place where they could call home.
Yeah.
At this point in time, it might be what you're doing. Because often feel that, oh, my mission must be helping people to do some good. Selling houses is not to do some good.
It's doing some good for you, but not necessarily for something else.
Yeah. Well, it's not about doing something good for ourselves or others, but imagine it's not just a house. It's a place where people call home. A home that people to go home to feel safe and secure and experience the love for one another. But I'm not giving the love. Yes, you might not be the person to give the love, but you are part of the puzzle to help them to build that love nest.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Linda.
It's a little seed that you're planting, helping people with their future. And it's all important no matter what we do. We're helping others in certain ways, different ways.
It may not be what you're thinking, but at the moment it's another skill that you're learning.
Yes.
And maybe
go on, Linda.
Sorry. And maybe you will know in the future what your real purpose is.
You might trip over it or fall. Somebody might walk in the door. Somebody might swing the door and you walk out and you go, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And it may not even involve people.
Yes. With a curious mind, I wonder, what are the possibilities?
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
We love you, honey.
Yeah.
You're not feeling it? I'll give you a hug. Okay.
The virtual hug. Yeah. Because the purpose of the exercise is, I didn't say, meet your best version of yourself in 10 years. Meet your best version of yourself in 90 days. Because as we travel, we take time to become the best version of ourselves each day, and it can accumulate it. So it's more important to remember how you actually felt during the exercise. So when you say you're conflicted, means you didn't feel good about not knowing the mission, but did you feel good about when you're meeting your 90-day self? So what kind of emotion that you receive or you felt?
I felt like an unconditional love.
Wow. That's pretty powerful, honey.
Can you feel the shift when you mentioned the unconditional love, the energy? Did we lock this in just now when I...
So look at the smile now, the shine.
So this is what important for us to be able to empathize it. Remember, our heart is magnetic. When we remember the unconditional love, when we feel the unconditional love, that you become magnetic about it. And when you have the thought of remember the unconditional love, that's electrical. How powerful is that? And I actually learned that the energy of us as a human being, we can actually power up a very big city for over a week. We talk about frequency and vibration, right? And if they plug something in us that get the electricity out of our body, we can support a big city for a week. I was like, wow, that's how powerful we are. Okay, so remember to write this down. Okay, as Linda said, it's like a seed. Let it slowly grow and look at how beautiful your plant is. That your passion right now is investigating into real estate. Is that the direction I'm going? I think there will be quite a lot of signs showing you in front of you. You'll be growing stronger and stronger for each of you for your passion, and that you can bring forward your contribution to this world, because we all are different. As I said, it's no big one or small one. It's what we are given from the very beginning. So for your beautiful self, how much more would you bring out your passion inside yourself and live true to yourself? Okay? Living true to yourself is, what is it? Anyone would like to share? What is your experience so far living true to yourself? Linda? I love that smile.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay. So what's your experience so far in living true to yourself?
I'm definitely growing, shining, putting out more love, expanding.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we just saw it last night. Linda being the rebel leader to guide the girls say, just say no to Catherine. I got that on camera and recording. I'm going to tap that. Cut it out. And I'm going to show it to the world, Linda. I'm so proud of you. Now Alicia is like, I have to go back to watch the recording.
I'm like, when was that?
Our Thursday night is your midnight, like 2 a.m. That's the Thursday night call. Okay.
We didn't know who she was. We almost said, "Where's our Linda?" Oh, it's her.
Yeah. I've been saying be very careful about Linda.
I'll
No,
be very
Anna.
cheeky.
Love it. You're having fun. And I'd rather be I'm really proud of you instead of being offended. She said no to me. No, love it, Linda. Love it. Speak up.
Say it again. I want to hear it.
Say no to Catherine.
Good.
More than that, Linda, you have to demonstrate how you become a rebel leader, that everyone just follow you. They follow that Linda. Show the ladies what you did.
Well, I can't remember what I did.
You just say, ladies, let's say no to Catherine. And you say, 1, 2, 3, go. And everyone say, no. All right. It's so good. So now I will have described that you have unchained yourself, possibly the guilt and the shame, and really make your first few steps of reigniting your power.
Yeah.
And you are being a missionary, searching your mission and calling in this world. Then what more important about your next 3 steps? Anyone would guess? What's your next 3 steps would be. It's on page 5, the 3 big C. The 3 big C. Okay. That now you make a conscious decision to move forward. That you can do it. For example, you can make the world better. The next one, would you commit yourself to be coached, to have someone walking along your path together, that you're not alone? And the third C is to have the community to help you to make this permanent change, to have a group of ladies having your back and supporting you. Because what you experience these 5 days is just like the rubber band, that you have been stretched. And I'm so proud of you guys that you personally have experienced breakthrough. But what will happen next week when you go back to your comfortable place or familiar place? You go back to the original form. Will you be accountable to yourself? Will you be accountable to someone along your path? Will you be accountable to the community? That you could go back to some comfortable place, but you will continue to travel the paradigm and get stretched along the way. And that's your decision, your conscious decision to take a step forward on your own, or take a step forward with other people, being coached and having a community to support you. Okay, so it's the time for you to decide whether you will book the call that will discuss your next step, that to make your plan for the next 90 days, whether you're going on your own or you're going to join us. And remember the rubber band story, that when we get stretched, we often would like to go back to the comfortable place. Yes, Anna, would you like to share? I think this is very important for others to hear from, your journey, that you've been on your own for a very long time and you've been very successful as well.
Yeah.
But whether the matter of fact is, do you think you could accelerate faster with the process of having someone by your side?
Yeah. Having someone behind me, someone's got my back, someone who's going to support me all the way, someone who's not going to criticize, but listen. Constructive criticism is one thing, guys, but criticizing for the sake of criticizing is just wrong on every level. You've got to remember that, when I was doing all this, I was also undertaking a man's role as home and at work. So, very few people got to see the softness and the vulnerability that you guys have experienced. I do take care of people. I always have. However, who took care of me? I took care of myself, and, I made the choice. I thought, what, I've got someone who's, I have special friends. I have a couple of special people that are like my adopted brother and sister. I mean, they are the voice of reason. They have guided me and supported me. But if I'd had them at the beginning of everything, imagine where I would be now. And then I got you and I just accelerated and I became, I felt free enough to turn around and go, well, I'm not alone. I can do shit. I can do everything I want to do. Nothing's going to stop me, guys. I mean, the only thing that's going to take me from this is death itself. And that's really up to the divine when it's time. So live every life for every moment, every single millisecond, a snapshot. That song that I just sent to you guys, Beyonce's I Was Here, is all about that. What are you leaving behind? People will remember what I have done, not what I am. So, you know, even if there's only a humble, you know, 5, 6 people past, they'll remember what I've done, right? But that's not the way I think. I think of beyond. I've always thought of beyond, and it's nice to have like-minded people. It really is. Like, you cannot find a group like this. Everyone's got girlfriends. Tell me you don't have girlfriends, right? I had girlfriends, and even at workplace, I had girlfriends, but I didn't, you know, I was open and honest, but I never went into the depth that I have here. So was I really being true to myself then? They, you know, come on, Anna, tell us what you think, what your feelings are. We're going to get this. You know, am I going to? Does he want me? And I used to look at them and go, I should charge you for this. And I'm like, hey, let's just think about this. You have this ability. How do you feel? How does he make you feel? Talk to him. You know, little things like that. I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. Since I've met with Catherine, and since I've started this journey, I've just, you know, I'm home. This is my home. I can't hear you, honey. Marie, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
You found your tribe, Anna.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you found your tribe.
Absolutely. And you know what? People can send stuff to me. I think 4 o'clock in the morning I responded to certain people. I can't remember what I wrote, but then I read it this morning and went, oh, I just told this person to do something they may not want to do. But hey, if that person came back and said, can you join me? I'd do it. You know? So I didn't have this, guys. I wish I had friends like that. I wish I had someone that had my back. This is the way I always envisaged a community to be.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Appreciate your testimony.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Well, as I said, there's so much that we're going to do in the next 3 months. So I hope to see you all in the tribe. Now, anyone else would like to share? And for those who are watching replay, type in your takeaway. Oh, of course, today's the biggest takeaway, but what I would like to invite you guys is to do the testimony. When you find values in this 5 days challenge, would you kindly to do a testimony for me? Would you like to do a Facebook Live? Would you like to write up a post for me and send it to my messenger? And it will be greatly appreciated. Okay, now any questions or share? Anyone? As I better let you guys go. I know Marie is going to pick up her kids from school.
Thank you, Catherine. It's been good. Very much
Right.
appreciated.
You're welcome. So I look forward to see all the testimony from you guys about your transformation.
Thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Excellent. I'll see you guys all on the other side.